Hey, let's talk a little bit about how to do your content in using ChatGPT. So you can use the content I provided, but I encourage you to, if you haven't used ChatGPT for this kind of thing, this is the future of web design. So give it a try. So first, you need to start with some original thought, right? Don't just ask it to prepare stuff that you have not intended. So just draft up kind of what your rental is going to be. So mine's a bungalow in the Queen Anne neighborhood of Seattle, and I want it to be artsy. And so here's some ideas I have about like the look and feel and the idea, and that's based on that mood board that's in the modules. I also looked at an Airbnb that's similar to the one that I'm going to be pretending to offer. And I stole a couple ideas from them, and then I created it in my website design folder. I'm using Google Drive. You can use whatever file management system you prefer, hopefully cloud-based. And I have a vacation rental website here. Notice I also have my website details that has the URL, the username, and the password for the site that I'm in. This is the document with my content. This is the vacation rental website that you can grab the content I've created for the previous classes. Anyway, so I've logged into ChatGPT using my Google account, and I've asked it, please write text for my website homepage for a vacation rental. And then I describe what the vacation rental is like. And then I'm going to hit return. It's going to think about it. And here we go. So this is a draft. Shorter, more marketing focused. Sure. I'm going to have it kind of rewrite it just so I have some options. And I'm going to start cutting and pasting. Artistic. I like this one. Boutique and boho. And then let's ask it to, what modules should I include on my WordPress homepage, and what content should I use? And it doesn't matter if you misspell stuff like I usually do. Okay, here's a pretty detailed copy for us. So hero section, about the space, artistic touch. Love it. So let's start with the hero section. So full width image and slider, and you need to have your imagery ready to go. So I'm going to go in here and go to edit page. And we could use one of these patterns, but we need to learn how to do this from scratch first. And so if we browse all of these, the hero header is called a cover in this one. And we're going to switch this to full width. And I'm going to use the featured image that I've already uploaded over here in the page section. And what was the text they gave me? Sleep well, dream creatively. Sure. And go back over here. And I'm going to paste that in and make it a heading. And let's see if we can make it a little bigger. Display. Let's go extra large. It's a little hard to see. Let's move that there. And you can fix the background, and that means it'll scroll like this. We can not fix it, and then we can move that down a little bit. Where's the overlay? Overlay is gray. What if we overlay white? I like that better. Okay, so sleep well, dream creatively. And what if we made that italic? And then what else did they give me? Subtext. And then a call to action. So I'm going to copy that, Command C, Control C, go down here and just paste it. And then get rid of this. And let's add a button. Oops. Come on, you. So if you can't get that little plus sign to appear, if you just hit return, it'll give you a new line. And then I can do buttons, and I'm going to use book your stay. So I'm going to cut that, paste that in, and I'm going to center that button. And then let's change the color of it. So the background of that button. And I have a color palette that I made in my mood board. That's the one you should use. And then that call to action, you don't need to create a booking form, but you could. So this could go to your contact page. Do I already have a contact page? Let's see. I do not. So I'm just going to put a pound in there, and that'll make it act like a button. I'm going to take that out. Okay. What's next? Homepage text drag. So 2-column layout with text and photo gallery. And here's some text. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go in here. And remember, this is just draft. We're just drafting things out to get some content out there so we know what we're working with. And this is going to be an image. What's in my media library? Only that one. I need more images. Let's see. Does this have... Oh, how funny. It doesn't link to the... Okay, and then I'm going to put some text in here. And what was the text I copied? Our bungalow is more than a rental. It's a curated retreat. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to grab some images for that, but let's keep moving. And bullet highlights. Grab that one. And I can put that down here and turn that into a list like that. And I might change that to be a gallery later, but let's keep going with the text that I've gotten here. Image and text block carousel. As artists, we filled the home with art for you. Copy. And so for here, why don't we do a separator? We could also consider a spacer, and then maybe we do, what was the suggestion from image, text block, or carousel? So what if here we did a gallery and we made this wide width, and then we went back here, added that text, and then I can just move that up a little bit. And these spacers, sometimes you can make them thicker, which is nice, gives a little bit more breathing room. And then I will upload a gallery there, but let's hit save. It does save continuously as you're building, but let's hit save. But that gives you kind of an idea of how to draft that homepage text. And you can go back here and grab some of this text if you want to add more. And then let's see if it can give me some images. And eventually on the ChatGPT free plan, you will run out of ability to make requests. If you hit that point, pro tip, you can just log in with a different email if you have multiple emails. You can also use a paid version if you want to do that. So here's a bunch more images if I wanted to grab some. If you're working for a real client, I would not do this, but for education, you could do this and just grab some different imagery. I know to be a bit more thoughtful about making sure they match and look good. And I'm going to drag and drop that. Nope. How about I can save image as, and I'll save this to my downloads, living room. And then go back here. And I chose that image because it kind of looks like it would be in that house, right? I'm gonna drag and drop it in there. And this column, I think, could stand to be a little wider. Let's go wide width. Ooh, that's a bit much. There we go. Okay. You want to make sure that your text here is not more than 7 to 12. It's about 7 to 12 words long. Otherwise, you kind of lose your tracking. It's hard to do. And then let's add this other, what's this guy? No, it won't let me grab it. Okay. Whoa, sorry. Save. And let's just take a look at where we're at. Oh, my view page is here. Dang it. Save. View page. Okay, so we're getting there. It's all about just kind of poking at it and changing things up. Okay,